And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So the Vanderbilt Commodores' return team didn't help matters out much there. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
Wasting no time taking a shot. Snags it on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. First down for this offense. The give to the back. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Listen, we all want to get to the quarterback and get sacks, but when you realize the quarterback's going to throw the football right away, you just try to get your hands in the air, get a deflection, make him throw around you. Great job by the defensive end.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Quick pass on the jet motion. Across the 25. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they jump on top. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Hands it off. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous. And the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. The Commodores line up to punt it away. Catch is made at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
The give to the back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
the fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback, being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Jesse, that's like a throwback to yesteryear, tossing it to a pass-catching fullback.
Well, it's nice to know as a quarterback, when things aren't open downfield, you can find the big fella for a check down.
Touchdown, Texas! What a catch and run for 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Rourke. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way, but dude.
And down he goes back at the 3.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options they're going to do. They're going to run the football, be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that center.
Running it to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
And the Commodores will punt it away on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Finds a crease at the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
What a great run there. 3rd and 1 situation, though, David. That has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
Playing aggressive, but great offense.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Steps away. He'll try to do it himself. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 20. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Commodores will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He's got it down the middle. Still running at the 40. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. The give is to Williams. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He wants to pass it on second down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Gets it out fast. Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They march 72 yards, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Looks like he's going to try to return. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The give is to Williams. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the route is on.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He'll ride his man on the option. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, you have my man at running back. It's a good day.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the Commodores get it past the sticks.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Caught in the backfield. It's Cantrell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The Commodores will call on their punt team. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On his way back from the 20. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. The give is to Williams. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the dub.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
He's got an open man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He's got it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without score. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Finds his tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. At the 30. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
That's reeled in. It's 12. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He's got the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Move the chains with that completion now on first down. Dropping back, it's Jefferson. Looking left. He's got it. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Trying to get to it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around. Here comes the Texas offense. Into this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring.
I'm going for the big play. Wide open, he makes the catch. Racing down the left side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing.
Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Texas! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Coming after him. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you. Put up a